we're going to show you how to zoom in a camera while you're filming, because usually in the morning I get motion sickness because the zooming skills are very poor. As you can see, zooming is now taking place. And again.
Okay, well typically in the morning, we have all different anchors coming in every day, right? A lot of times, anchors will have a piece of gum in their mouth while they talk. That's not good. No good. But I am today because it tastes good and it helps keep me calm. Right?
Right. Gum calms.
Now as you can see, Ethan and I are kind of slouched over the table a little bit.
It's also bad.
Very bad. What we should be doing, sitting up straight, back straight up and erect, quite like a erect back. And
also hands. Hands can be big distractions if they're wandering all over, twiddling your thumbs. They should be stationary and not a distraction to the viewers.
this kid doesn't even anchor and he knows what's up.
Yeah.
So what you're going to do is you have usually a one-page of scripts and maybe some loose pieces of paper that have late announcements on them. You can put them down in front of you. Your hands are going to go flat on them. Beautiful. You don't put it over the words because you're going to have to read them, but to the side, right along the paper. Located on the other end of the TV studio, there is a wonderful TV, and this TV shows what is going on over the air at that very moment. The anchor can see that TV from their location, and therefore should be looking at that TV to see what is going on right now. For example, there are two cameras in the studio side by side. Sometimes the anchor is looking at camera F1 while they should be looking at camera F2. When they look at F1, it looks very unprofessional, and it doesn't even look like they're talking to the audience. It seems more like they're talking, well, to no one in particular. So, they have their eyes on camera F2, their bodies turn up straight, hands on the table. You get a more professional look. And this can make the announcements look even more conversational while maintaining a professional atmosphere.
What am I supposed to do?
The anchor here is looking very unprofessional, and as you can see, they're leaning over the table. This can be seen from the front in a manner which makes it look also unprofessional, although from the side view you can see it a little better. You can see that the chair is pulled out a great amount. If that's pulled in, then you can see the hindquarters in the back are forced to go straight to the back of the chair, and it's a more natural way to sit up and feel comfortable and relaxed, but still have the chest out a little bit and all around look good. Head has to stay up. Of course, when you look at a script, your eyes are going to go down, but many times during the morning announcements it seems that heads go down, and the head going down makes for the anchor to look unprofessional. It brings their shoulders down along with them. Their head goes down, you see the top of their head, and if they have a bald spot, that would really look bad. Fortunately, none of us youngins do. But when the anchor just brings their eyes down, it looks more professional. You can't really see it. And a comfortable position is maintained. When anchoring, as was mentioned before, your hands should be flat on the table with your shoulders back and your chest out. When looking down, it's okay to look down, but none of this shenanigans here. What you're doing is, when you come here in the morning, you should be plugging in your microphone plugging it into your chest also, where you will be putting it. And this should happen as soon as possible, not 2 minutes before the broadcast begins. And when testing, do not look at it, because that could mess up what you're doing. You look at the camera as if you are about to begin the announcements, and you speak in a normal tone as you would during the announcements, and make sure that your sound check is complete. When actually speaking, you need to maintain the good body position. The body position is so very important because of maintaining a professional look, but being able to connect with the people at the same time. A relaxed and overly comfortable look, it's far too relaxed, and it keeps you away from having a professional look. When you come in the morning after you've done your mic check, if the scripts are on the table, you should pull them towards you right away, look over them. Of course, it's tempting to talk to everyone. Why wouldn't you want to? But first, make sure you look over the script. If there's any names that you don't know, there's nothing more embarrassing than saying a name totally incorrectly and myrtleizing it on a screen. As you can see, I'm having a tough time speaking. I put in a lot of uhs. You should definitely try to stay away from saying like, anything of that nature. When you're winging it, you usually put that stuff in, but you're reading off a script, and scripts should be able to help you keep going smooth, natural. There's nothing wrong with changing up what the script says, throwing in a few extra words, changing what they have, but you should stay here. It's time to talk with your hands because you want to be conversational, but to maintain a professional outlook, then stay as such. The worst problem is when you pick up the paper and try to read it like this, or fold up the edges. It can be seen very greatly. Hands flat on the table, holding down the corners is probably the best way to do it while still looking at the camera. So you're going to start out with good morning and welcome back to the last full week for school on 2008. I messed that up, but you got to keep going. Try to maintain a smooth talking. My bad. What you have is, a lot of times you'll see something that'll confuse you, and you'll mess up, and your natural reaction is to either laugh at yourself or to stop, pause, not know what's going on. There's nothing wrong with taking a small break, but you should pay attention to what's going on behind the camera, especially girls with long hair. Sometimes it'll fall into your face, you don't know, so that's also important for looking up. But at the same time, making sure that you can read the paper. It's very difficult, but it comes easily with practice. So this was Frau Schenk's quote for today. It goes as such. Good morning and welcome back to the last full week of school for 2008. Our asset for December is compassion, and our quotation was again penned by the Dalai Lama, pronounced Dalai Lama. As Karen told us last week, the man is the spiritual and political leader of the Tibetan people. Today's Dalai Lama, Tenzin Gyatso, is the 14th Dalai Lama and is currently living in exile. His words remind us that we can always make others happy by our compassion, service, and generosity. Try putting these good thoughts into action, and you will see that you will find happiness in doing this. And the quotation from the Dalai Lama is, "If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion." And when you are doing the announcements, it's important not to speak too fast as such. And the quotation from the Dalai Lama is, "If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion." That's just a little too fast, and when it comes across the air, it seems jumbled. And what you want to do is you want to maintain a conversational pace, but slow enough that people will be able to pick up on it without a problem. A lot of times when nerves come into it, you are tempted to either slow down. If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. There's nothing wrong with slowing down a little bit. It's probably good. It'll help you enunciate your words. But going too fast is a problem because it makes for an ununderstandable, it can't be understood. So, I think that's all you really need to know on how to become a good anchor. What you need to do review, maintain a good posture, check, make sure you know what you're going to say, practice it once, it's really all it takes, and make sure you have a relaxed composure, do as well as you can, and just try to maintain a professional outlook. Okay.